Here's some news for you. In a consistently red-leading suburb of Texas, a Democratic-backed candidate has won the mayoral race for the first time there in decades. Quentin Wiltz won the nonpartisan race in Pearland, a city south of Houston, with just over 51% of the vote. In addition to being the first Democratic-aligned candidate to win the race since the 1970s, Wiltz will also be Pearland's first black mayor. His victory marks another gain for Democratic-backed candidates in historically Republican areas. Mayor-elect Quentin Wiltz joins me now. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So I know this was a nonpartisan race, but you know, the Democratic Party was backing you. There was Republicans backing your opponent. Do you think politics got into this at all? And if not, why not?
Well, look, everybody knows that in every election, there's always some sort of political leaning, and politics definitely played a role. There's people who know Pearland. Pearland has been historically red, led by Republicans, but that's only been one part of the narrative. Texas as a whole is a non-voting state. And what we've seen in local elections is that people rarely participate. We've had averages of 4%, 5%. And in this election, we've significantly blown those numbers away, even with 2 less days of early voting and the current council administration setting the voting hours during working hours from 8 to 5. And I think what that did was really ignite and motivate people to be part of the electorate and to resonate. Our message resonated with them. And so, all of that, plus just my background and consistently working in the community for over 20 years and seeing the significant challenges that we have in our suburb. Like you said, we're just south of Houston. We are the closest suburb. If you check the news, we got national rankings for best places to live, but we have our challenges, and those challenges, the residents were just looking for someone to speak to those issues. And what I was able to do was just go out and talk to people about what mattered to them. And that message it resonated across the aisle. I had Republicans and Democrats voting for me because they believed I was the best person to represent them. And so here I am. And, we've made history. And what that shows is that it's not about hope. It's really about change, bringing about change. And people can be a part of that change if they just show up, because that's really what it means. It's really just showing up. And if we show up, we'll have the change that people are looking for. And so I apologize. I want to start off by saying thank you for having me. It's been a rush the last 24 hours. I've barely gotten any sleep. You probably see the bags under my eyes. They asked me to step close to the camera, and I'm like, man, hold up. But I want to give thanks to God. I've said so many rosaries over the last week leading up to this. I'm a good Catholic, so I pray a lot, and obviously see my family. I saw the splash. So just really grateful to the people of Pearland for entrusting me with the possibility of leading the city moving forward into a better direction.
So you said something interesting at the start there, and that was that you had more people participate, that Texas is a non-voting state, and you got people inspired to come out and vote for you, which could, if that happened across the state, could have really significant significant changes for that state. So what was your message? What did you say to them specifically to inspire them to participate? How
do you like the smile? I mean, that's first part. But the second part is just reaching them about issues that matter, and obviously the party, I'll say this, parties don't represent people. They're just a platform for candidates to use to get their message out. I'm a person outside of my party, and people have known me for years. Democrats and Republicans alike, we're all people in this community. We worship together, have our kids in the YMCA or school together. We're teachers, firefighters. We exist across the political spectrum in our society. And when you tell that to people and ask them and say, hey, look, based on what you're going through, allow me an opportunity to help you, regardless of party. And when you say that, and when you talk to people in that way, I think by far it resonates with them. So we had messages across this campaign. There was a lady who messaged us and said she lived in Pearland since 1967. And meeting me, looking at my background and my family and the things that we're committed to. She said this election is the first election she's ever voted for a Democrat. And I told her it'd be an honor to represent her. And don't worry about the record because it's nonpartisan, so it won't count against you.